quick. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think now we got a lot of black men come down, people be able to come over these issues. Think us, only like one of my biggest pet peeves is I mentioned criminal justice reform. And one of the things that we must do is when the state feds bring a charge and the state feds dismiss them, that charge is to be expunged. Because what happens, even though they dismiss it, charge still shows up in the background and it sometimes hits the floor.
But on the Democrats, isn't the candidate, which is Kamala Harris, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she indict and lock up a whole lot?
A lot of yeah. You asked that one.
So that is the biggest knock. That is the biggest.
She was a prosecutor, was she not? No, this is the attorney. Okay.
The biggest misconception was that she was the war on drugs.
Okay, my name is Ashley Hansen. I will be reaching out to you.
No problem.
Ronald Reagan. Right. And we do know that the war on drugs incarcerated hundreds of thousands of men across the country in one swoop. At the time, I was a deputy sheriff at the time. So I saw the mass incarceration. But Kamala Harris didn't really sentence the guys under the mandatory minimum guidelines. She just did her job as a prosecutor. Now, let's say we all drove meat trucks. Okay? And you have to be at Walmart at 6:15 every week at the same Walmart. Where if you start being there at 9 o'clock, the meat late. You gotta get up at a different driver. That's what we're doing here. She never sentenced black men under the mandatory minimum guidelines. But we swooped her in because she was part of the system.
But if I could, you're advocating for a system that has what they call a prosecutor. That office in itself assumes that everyone that comes before her is guilty. And it's her job to prove that they are guilty. Now, our brothers and sisters, the ones of us, we got to turn around and find a defense attorney. The system in itself, you got to understand, is flawed. You can't have a system that has an office to automatically prove that whoever is coming before them is guilty.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being factually correct. So when you go into a courtroom, you are assumed innocent until you're found with. Now, I understand that the difference, but her job is the DA is to present the case that the state brought. But luckily, state and federal is the place that you are giving free attorneys. Now, my big battle, I'm fighting for child support reform because that's the biggest crook in the business. $50 billion annually is given to the states by the Fed to go after people that's already in the arrears. That's the biggest crook. It makes more money than state court. It makes more money than federal court combined. So if we're going to start trying to rally our troops, let's get behind the war. Let's follow the money. 50 billion is given to family court system. And you're right. As a prosecutor, her job was to present the case that the state brought for it. But she never prosecuted black men under the mandatory drug law. I get what you're saying.
Maybe you missing
No, I get your point exactly.
You can't understand my point if you still saying that she did. Now you skip from what I brought was her job description.
As a prosecutor.
You skip from that and then you ran to, hey, let's do something about child support. But you cannot fix a system that's already corrupt. Whether the state brings it or what. Her job is to presume that this man that's coming before, that's being prosecuted by the state, she's to presume that he's innocent. I mean, that he's guilty. He's guilty first. That's why she's representing the state. She's on the state side. So whether there's evidence to presume that he's innocent or not, she's not paid to look at the evidence. She's paid to only present the evidence in the case that makes him guilty. You gotta understand what the office is. And I understand you as a deputy, but even with policing does not, they don't give mercy to our community. That's why you have the Sonya Mansons. And then the solution now is not to go vote because us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we fell from our heritage. The God that we serve says to never vote. And so what you're doing when you go do that is you believe in God, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, you believe in God, right? Okay. So now the issue is that you were never taught that voting is a sin. You were never taught. Now what you are taught in the Christian church is that, lying is a sin, right? You're taught that, being worldly is a sin. Yeah, but you never get to any specifics. You see, the problem is we sin here in America unknowingly. So we unknowingly bring the wrath of God on us. And that's why you have a song and dance. The Bible says that if we follow those laws, statutes and commandments in the Bible, that our enemy becomes his enemy. So now, if you have a case like Sonia Massey, where the oppressor comes to unalive her, we wouldn't have to do anything because the Lord would give you immediately. Go ahead.
And even in that, the general was bringing out, even in that situation, the other officer should have defended her.
That's right.
He should have drawn his gun and pointed it at him. And cause that's the law.
He did that to serve and protect.
Serve and protect. When he did that, when he said, I'm gonna shoot you in the effing face, his partner should have been like, no, you're not. But like the officer was saying, we can't vote for a corrupt system.
The Bible says, I'm sorry, you go ahead.
No, I'm not going to speak, but I do want to sit down and I do want to have a conversation because I do hear what you all are saying. And I would like to have like a discussion at some point because we do need to bring people together. I will say that when you vote, sometimes you're voting for, you don't get every single thing that you want, but I do know that Project 2025, they're talking about immunity with police officers, which is worse than what we have.
They already got immunity. They already got immunity. See, that's why we don't vote.
Because
here with us, see, the solution is
our system does need to be fixed. Our system does need to be fixed, but we do need laws that we have to abide by, and we do need to find a way to bridge that gap and to work together. And I do want to sit down really and have a conversation because I hear you.
Let me tell you the solution.
We can
I can tell you the solution right here, right now. And it's taught to us in our school by Commander General Yohana and Christ.
separate.
Separate.
Do you want to have a conversation? Would you want to be a part of the discussion? Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not only you and you need to know to separate. We all need to know to separate.
I would love for us to find a way to come together.
Oh, yeah. You know what? If the Lord said we could come together and all live as one, that's what we will be advocating. But the Lord did not advocate for us to all be together. So now, when you try to bring everybody together, you're going against the Lord, and that's why it never works.
That's right.
That's why it never works. I respect you, sis, for, you know what I'm saying? But I bring this out all the time. Like, voting is a bad idea. You know that crack is a bad idea, right? Mm-hmm. If you want to smoke crack, you know that this is going to destroy my life. Mm-hmm. Crack smokers know that too. Now, have a lot of people died from smoking crack? Remember the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now, since a lot of people died to smoke crack, should you smoke crack?
Absolutely not.
Hey, however, a lot of people died to give us the right to vote. It's a bad idea. Now I'm going to ask you, should you vote?
Should vote.
You see what I'm saying? See how brainwashed you are? You see how brainwashed you are to think that something that's a bad idea, you still should do it just because people have died to give us the right to?
I do know that some of my student loan debt forgiveness as
none of mine have. None of mine have.
I know people. We gonna get honestly, we gonna get together. I respect you guys out here. Like I love seeing wrong.
One last point. And the reason we say separate, right? Because if it would have been a African American or so-called black officer that would have been in that situation, he wouldn't have shot that lady. He wouldn't have shot her.
Right.
He might have cussed her out or arrested her, but this brother wouldn't have shot. Would you have shot that sister?
Oh, no, we baby, because that's how water down there.
Exactly. That's what we need.
Together to make
we need the police.
we need to work together.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm giving her some kudos. I had her way down there, right? And the whole time she was way down there, you know what she was saying? I gotta go back over it. I gotta go back over the street. Thank you.
Hold on,
I do
Christ.
want to meet
She
you all
did.
because
She was really wanting to come back.
We love our people.
She got a flyer?
Yeah, we got information.
We love our people. And we're down for it. That's what we are. And that's in our lives. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to hold you up.
No.
yeah, this is my job.
She was
This is my job.
dying to get back up here. She wasn't gonna let me take it nowhere.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you'll be reaching out, right?
I will be reaching out, yes.
All right,
Nice
yes, sir.
to meet you.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta be
Nice
good,
to
man.
meet you.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right, now.
All right.
Hey, go. All right.
Don't cry about it now. You fucked up enjoying the car.
Yeah, Babylon is falling.